home, my baby just wrote me a letter. You don't know that song?
No, but we're live.
Perfect.
There you go.
Let me see that shirt. I don't know that shirt. I like it.
Oh, Joshua Tree.
It's a good graphic.
Yeah.
Noise.
Noise,
All right.
noise.
Well, so I have to hit record at some point.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. And
Yeah. Tell me when you're ready.
Somebody's rusty.
Or did you already do it?
No. So I started the stream with you singing, but the camera was like just on me, and I totally missed Allie doing the whole dance. Man, I'm so mad. Okay,
Good.
Dude.
Did you put anything on the Facebook? If not, I can throw some on there.
No, I did not.
Okay.
All right, I moved all my stuff, Daniel. So I don't know why I thought this was going to be a good idea.
Why? Like, can you not just leave like good enough?
No. Never.
You remember? You remember?
The problem is 9 times out of 10 it ends up worse, dude.
You remember me complaining about how I don't like not having enough desk space. So
a way that a normal person would say it is, I like having desk space.
Yeah, I like having desk. Anyway, we can.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Larry's disc. Look, listen. Matt is already on one. All right, let's go ahead and start recording.
I just literally.
All right, ready?
Oh shit! You know what? It's because of these listeners, man.
Hell yeah. Matt's basically part of the podcast.
Yeah.
I to be honest with you, I don't even know what that means.
It's like, look how much random cardboard you have behind you. It looks like you're sort of in like a Big Lots. That's what it means.
I'm in a marketplace.
You're in a discount emporium.
Everything must go. Everything's priced to go.
It's like a funnier way to say flea market.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I'll throw up an onion site on the chat a little bit later where you can get this shit for the down low.
Noise. Have you guys heard about all this shit about like people buying? They like research shit that's like selling really well on Marketplace or like IG or some shit, and then they go to Temu and buy it for like literally cents on the dollar to like turn it for like.
People do that in every.
That's wild.
In every sort of field, in every sort of
man.
I got mattresses for sale too. Hey, I'm waiting for you to come down.
That's your front.
Larry, I think we need to have a like for real. I thought about this the other day. I meant to text you. I think we need to have a list of like shit we think specifically in Knoxville are fronts.
Oh yes. I like it.
Because I know we both have strong feelings about that.
Yes.
True.
Hey Daniel, can we get a countdown so that I can quit like sitting like this?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if it's me or you, but the quality was like spazzing real quick. Like,
yeah, it sounds like
video went.
It sounds like a you thing because I'm good over here.
Okay, on that, 3, 2, 1, fuck you. I'm just kidding. All right. So,
let me know if it doesn't get any better.
Welcome back to the podcast. No, we're all good now.
Okay,
we're all good.
Okay, perfect.
So, all right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and count us off, and we're just gonna we're gonna fucking skin this cat. So here we go.
Man, and I don't have a vape either. This is gonna be roughing.
If you've got a beer, that's all you need.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw a fucking dip in. All right.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. Here we go. What is up, everybody? You have just tuned into the Tether Radio podcast, the only podcast keeping you from spiraling out into the infinite abyss. I'm your host, Daniel, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely two co-hosts, Allie and Larry.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Those horns were a little hot today. Sorry.
They were.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah.
Oof, oof, oof.
If I have something on on my list that you guys covered last week, let me know so that I can not have it on there.
But you weren't here and you didn't listen? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, honestly, I just did a real quick like gander, and I would think we're all good.
Yeah.
I died, and it was not supposed to go that way. I think I should know better by now, but
You should. Because
it was the first day of spring break. So
For your son?
yeah, you're not in school,
fucking
right?
PCB 92, baby.
PCB.
I went, oh boy. Yeah, no, it was supposed to be a chill night, and it ended up not. And then I woke up at 11, and I went to the bathroom, and I was like spinning.
11 a.m.
Yeah. That's and the closer it got time, I'm like, damn, can I push through this? And finally,
we put it later for you fool.
You had 3 hours from your spin session.
the problem was that I could not fall asleep, so I stayed up, literally just laying there for hours. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're here. And
We're here now.
all is good. All has been I don't know, rectified in the wonderful world of Tether.
Perfect.
All right. So I don't know, how have your guys' weeks gone?
Man,
What are we looking at here, guys?
man, so stressful, as you can hear this little douche in the background, probably. Dude, okay, so you saw the picture. I have been dealing.
Hey, wait. So, quit sending pictures of injured or dead animals.
I put trigger warning specifically for you, and I waited.
Cool. How do
Before.
I look away?
I waited.
Yeah, I think the issue.
How many triggers are there? Like trigger warning for what?
I should have said what it was for.
You should have just said what happened and not sent us pictures.
I was really trying to catch up and trying to communicate in the fastest way possible.
Okay.
But anyway, now my dog got hurt on top of the head the other day, Monday night, and we had to go. We had to go to the emergency room. It wasn't as bad as it looks. Basically, he just kept irritating it more and more.
Yeah.
So they had to shave his head and then scrape a little bit to make sure that it wasn't infected. So it looks really, really red, but it's not anymore. He's just bald and has like a little scab. But
I thought it looked like another dog had like bit him or something. It looks like a puncture wound.
yeah, well, it's from them playing outside. But then also like he kept scratching at it and it was like loose. You know what I'm saying? Like a little piece just kept. It's like pulling that piece of skin from your nail. Like right there,
like a cuticle.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying. Like the more,
and it just pulls forever, and then you pull your whole arm off because you just keep pulling.
Next thing you know,
Like,
you're
honestly,
like, on your skin.
Like just unzip my whole torso. Like
I pulled one that actually led back to my mouth, and it was weird. No, just
okay. Wait, do not Google this. I'm telling everybody not to Google this. Have you ever seen? Like when somebody thinks it's
let me get Google up.
When someone thinks it's like a pimple or like a whitehead or something, and it's an exposed nerve.
Oh no, I don't want any part of that. No,
You like medical shit, and you don't want part of it.
no exposed nerves. So I'm very testy with that kind of shit. I don't like dental shit, and I don't like.
It's awful.
Yeah,
it's awful.
Nerve shit. Did you ever see it? 127 hours.
No, deliberately no.
That was some fucking gnarly shit.
Ain't no way.
I was thinking. I was trying to remember if I read it and watched it or just watched it.
I forgot it was a book. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like read and watched it.
Ugh.
Could be wrong. Anyway,
was it Franco? It was Franco.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did a great job, man. I like honestly. it makes me like anytime that first of all, anytime that I go like camping or hiking or whatever, it makes me want to literally scream it from the top of my roof where I'm going, so that as many people know and my intentions of when I'm going to be back.
Yeah.
So that
Thinking, I have like a route that I'm gonna start walking, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell I'm gonna send people like a Google map of where ish I'm walking.
Then you get into that dilemma. At least I would get into that dilemma where like you're creating a pattern. You know, you got to randomize your shit. So.
Well, and not only that, but it's like, do you really want people to like know that you're not at your house or whatever? You know,
I'm not gonna post it on Twitter. I'm gonna send it to a couple friends.
No. I was talking about me yelling it from the rooftop kind of thing. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna do that shit, but no, yes, please tell people where you're gonna be that you trust. Like,
I mean, Apple's trying to do it for you already.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I mildly was like, oh no, I wonder if Allie's okay, because Larry asked if we were recording, and I was like, yep, and I was like waiting for the like, yep. Or something
that you needed confirmation from me, because I'm just like,
no, I don't. But I'm just so used to it that it was like, I was like, honestly, it might just be. I told Megan, I was like, it might just be Larry and I tonight. I don't know. Allie hasn't responded, and like,
around.
And then I started rocking back and forth on the ground, and I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do tonight, man.
The only reason that I asked was because usually by like noon you're already sending out confirmation texts, right? So. I didn't get with
that
it.
is true.
And I was like,
I know. I dropped the ball.
Did I forget? No, I was thinking that I forgot, and I was like, should I even ask? Because am I going to be the asshole for like forgetting that we changed? You know?
No. And the reason it took me so long to respond is because you texted me and I was driving to Taekwondo. So,
once again, it sounds like you have Taekwondo classes, which rules. Rules. Love that.
Honestly, the instructors tried to talk me into like signing up for the like adult classes.
You should.
They start at 7:30 at night.
That's your bedtime,
I'm not
bro.
doing that. Yeah, I'm like, dude, if I'm at home, then I'm probably like watching like some entertainment with my wife, or if it's like the weekend or whatever podcast night, I'm probably drinking. So like, sorry.
Like, I'm busy. I've got Netflix and I've got beer.
I'm sorry
for your shit.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably do need to like cut down on stuff and like learn how to like whatever defend myself. No, it's okay.
Nah, dude,
I'll defend myself with empties.
That's what we have.
No, just kidding.
That's what we have the Second Amendment for.
There you go.
Hot take. Anyway.
God.
I've never met a man that could run faster than 1,100 feet per second.
I don't know, man. Superman.
That's a good point.
Have you met Superman?
No, but I've seen the documentaries.
Speaking of, real quick, Megan and I watched Dune, the remake first part kind of thing with Timothy Olyphant. Chalamet, that too.
You try to make Oliphant and Chalamet one person.
Yeah, who is Timothy Olyphant?
He was in Justified. You know him.
I didn't even know that was a real person.
Chalamet, yeah, thank you. He did Wonka too, right?
Yeah.
So watched it last night with Megan, and man, well, we had to split it up into 2 nights because it's fucking 2 hours and 45 minminutes long. But it was really good. I actually really enjoyed it. I don't know. I
hear varying stories about it. Like I'm curious about it now. I want to watch it.
Well, my
coworkers all love it, and they don't like sci-fi. They're not into that stuff, but like
it was kind of like Star Wars meets like my God, I know who that is. Yeah.
He's done a bunch of stuff.
Oh wow, okay. I never knew what that dude's name was. Yeah. That's hilarious. But it was kind of like Star Wars meets like Game of Thrones ish kind of thing. Okay. So you've got like that.
You could not appeal to me less.
I hear that there's a lot.
I'm not. I know. I figured it's not going to be anything, but maybe listeners out there that are sci-fi nerds and stuff or whatever. What you just said that.
It's not me.
Yeah. Well, and you said that people that you work with that aren't sci-fi nerds like are kind of digging it. So
yeah. One coworker seriously said that her husband the other day was like, We can go see it a third time. The second one.
Oh wow! So I waited until both came out.
Yeah.
To watch the first one.
Worch?
That's not a worch. Hey, y'all ever worch?
That's some Granger County shit right there.
Oh my god, dude! I have the patience of a fucking monk.
Meanwhile, I'm like, what time does the Love Is Blind reunion come out? I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Oh man,
Megan is just like, oh my god, she loves. Well, she watched the entirety of True Blood after it was already done, because my sister-in-law was in an episode for a little bit.
I remember you talking about that.
And literally, she watched she watched like 12 seasons, and she did it in like a month or something like that. If that, you know. Oh my god, it's terrible. It's so it's basically vampire porn.
Yes.
That like they tried to shoehorn a plot into.
Yeah. No, it's garbage.
It's
tried the books. The books are remarkably worse. And the show,
how is that possible?
The show's not good.
How is that possible?
The show's not good.
So Matt has feelings about it, or not really feelings. He just says that most modern sci-fi is based off of elements of Dune, which kind of what I wanted to allude to. What I kept hearing was to be prepared to really understand the politics behind the ecosystem.
And it's very heavy into like this house of whatever, you know, and they're trying to control. Yeah, well, exactly. And I don't know. I think I weirdly get into that. I don't know. It's
it just sucks you in.
But it was done well in my opinion. So I don't know if you're a sci-fi nerd and you like getting into I don't know, the economics of a fake world.
Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons? Because you're going to love Dune.
Oh my god!
Last podcast on the left was talking about it, and like Henry is super into Dune, and he has been like he was into the books, like he's super into it. Ed is just there.
Yeah.
And so Ed is like, yeah, El Shaloud, and Henry's like, It's called something. It's like, it's not called El Shaloud, and I can't remember what it's called at all. It's called like Shalide Magamel or something.
Yeah,
like it's way different. What are the worms called? Worms in Dune. That's what.
No, they were just called sandworms.
No, Shai-Halud.
That's what the worms are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but I don't even think they've used that word.
Just keeps calling it
El Shaloud.
El Shaloud, and Henry's like, that's not it. He's like, anyway, so El Shaloud comes out.
But it's good, and it's honestly, it's kind of made me want to check the book out because I know that the book would be better. But I've also heard that
the books are a drag.
So
Matt, have you read the books?
Oh yeah.
We'll wait right here for your response.
Yes.
So I don't know if you are even a reader. I don't know. I'm assuming not because you're not in book club.
Funny that you would say that. He did contact me and he was like, dude, I'm so glad you guys are reading I'll Be Gone in the Dark. He's like, me and my wife have read it and a while ago. Yeah. Totally, dude.
It was 2019 when I read it. It was like January of 2019. So like I'm excited to reread it.
So the issue is we would have to probably start book club at like 9:30 Eastern.
Nah, big dog.
Because they are definitely middle. What is it? My God.
Central time zone?
Central. My God, I'm sorry. It's spring break, y'all.
Dude, anyway. Getting back to our weeks, I think we can just kind of all answer it at the same time, except for Allie.
Oh yeah, sort of.
But
vomited a little bit in my throat.
I've been dealing with my injured dog. Like I said, it's not as bad, but I'm really scared that he would get a infection. So any little movement that he does, like while we're asleep, wakes me up because I don't want him to scratch. And if I put the cone on him, he will not sleep and he will stay at my face. 'Cause the first night I tried it, the first night with the cone after he came out of his drug induced coma, he like just stared at me forever and kept whining. And I'm like, go
you did this to me, Dad.
Sleep.
You did this to me.
Anyway, so I'm tired. If I get delusional real early, that's why. Also, I don't know why I get into these weird moods about just doing deep dive into things. So I built a server last week.
That's my whole life, dude. I get you.
I built
Building servers?
No,
I'm kidding.
I hung out with coworkers yesterday. Like I went down to Chattanooga and we like half-assed co-worked. We mostly just like talked all day. But like every time anybody brought up anything about true crime, I'd be like, "You mean the Kansas City guy that let his friends die on his back porch?" Like every single thing that came up, they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I know so much about this thing."
They're like, Allie knows too much about true crime. Like,
What is that? I love it, and it makes me so happy because if they didn't, they would run me off.
So I
Trey said boning servers is his former life.
Oh man.
Damn.
I had an old PC laying around and I decided to put it to use, so I made it a server. And then for some reason I'm like, I'm gonna learn Linux. So that's where I'm at.
Oh, same. Yep.
That's like between building a server, trying to learn Linux, and trying to take care of my dog. That's my week. Boom, done.
Well, I'll have you know. Well, I'll have you know that apparently the Linux portion of like whatever computer users just broke, I believe 4% recently, and that's a new record.
That's a lot.
So,
I mean,
That's
I mean, considering
that's why I installed it on a virtual PC. So I don't.
Trey said he also had an old piece laying around and had to put her to use as well.
Nice.
I
hate it here.
So yeah, I mean, I figured that. Anyway, that's too much technical talk, but yeah, I figured that would be the best way to learn in case I break something. It's just a virtual PC, so it's not anything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, dude. Well, I don't know. I was trying to think
how has
of,
your week been?
Good, fine. Okay. So last week I had this one huge.
Hey, Larry.
I thought you were gonna move on, so I was like, let's not forget Allie. And then I realized halfway saying that, I was like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
like,
he's going
wasn't
into his
talking. Not a big deal. Anyway, go ahead.
I've decided to book myself a vacation in April, and I'm pumped about that. And it's by myself, which fucking rules. My mom's like, but why would you go? And I'm like, Mom, I love doing stuff by myself, and Jordan and Sarah are both busy, and other than that, I'm not fucking with anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got all these plans, like I'm fucking pumped about that. And then I went to Chattanooga and co-worked with my coworkers yesterday, and that was cool because honestly, I love the drive to Chattanooga. I'm gonna start doing that more, like maybe every couple weeks.
It's solid, man, and it's it's not that long.
It's not that long, and like
it's a nice drive.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know what you guys are talking about over there, but I hate that drive. There's nothing to keep me entertained, and I hate it. My mind has to be on something at all points in time.
Let me tell you about podcasts. I listened to a whole audiobook yesterday on the way down and the way back. Like I finished it right when I pulled in the Trader Joe's parking lot to get some groceries when I got home.
It's not enough for me though. Like I have to be focused on multiple things at one time, and I envy you for being. Also, I hate being in the car. I like
driving.
Dude,
I like driving.
I'm with you. Like I love road trips.
Yeah.
So as long as I've got music.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
I hate being in cars, so I hate car trips.
Yeah.
I just hate being trapped, dude. I hate that. I don't like it. It's part of
Well, the cool thing is like if you're going somewhere by yourself, there's like I can just stop. Like if I want to just stop and just get out and walk around for a minute, I can. Like not that Chattanooga is that long of a thing, but like if I'm driving somewhere further, I can be like, I'm gonna stop any random fucking time I want, and no one's gonna complain about it.
You see, that's the thing with me. Welcome to Psychological Corner with Tether. That is one of like my anxiety triggers where I start thinking if something happens, I'm alone in the middle of nowhere where no one that I know can get to me in time that can truly like be a good Samaritan. You know, like I don't know this guy over here that is gonna pretend to help, but I think it's a very deep it's a very deep thing with me that gets me really anxious, which is why I have panic attacks when I'm driving long distances by myself. Anyway, exit Psychological Corner.
Okay.
But
I feel like it's a liberating experience personally, but all right.
There was something else. I'm going to see Hot Mulligan and Fall Out Boy and Jimmy Eat World, which sounds like somebody made a tour for me specifically.
Oh shit.
So that's in like 2 weeks, and I've got so much music on the horizon right now. I can't fucking wait.
Nikki, hi, and Noah will not shut up.
Nikki,
have you are you going to emo night?
I don't know. I haven't decided. Are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Joey's van's at Scruffy that night too, so I'll at least go to that.
Okay.
I might do both. Yeah, let's do both.
Awesome.
Plans
made immediately.
All right. Well, I feel like we've kind of exhausted our weeks, and it's time to find out who the asshole is.
Who is the asshole?
Right?
Me for going on long tangents and rants.
Wait, dude, all-time winner, two weeks in a row.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm telling you, if there's anything, it's consistency in the negative manner for me. You know. All right. So, am I the asshole for not letting her son beat? What? Am I the asshole for not letting her son beat me in a tournament for $500?
Oh, we're off to a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Can't read that line.
Yep. I had to zoom into it.
I'm kidding. I know.
So, just from the title, I'm assuming this person, which is fairly young, okay, go ahead, put it out there, didn't let a child win at a tournament. So, takes.
Let's see here. I'm gonna say. No, I'm gonna say not an asshole. It's a fucking competition.
$500, dude. Nah.
Dude, we're going.
It's a competition, and it's like I'm gonna assume this person's not like in a fucking Uno competition with a bunch of like fourth graders.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card tournament. No, I'm just kidding.
Dog at when the letter writer says their age.
Yeah. How about that? So we're immediately off the rip saying fuck them kids. Here we go. I 16 male, play and take fighting games seriously and wanted to try and play in a cash tournament for $500. Where I am, there are no big events where I live, like Evo. So I'm assuming that's a game. So when I saw that so when I saw there was a fighting game tournament where I live, I had to sign up. When I got there, there was a little about badly written. Excuse me. There was around 30 people in the gaming store. So the owner of the store had to make more rules, like each player has to run a set of 5 to make it longer and more fun.
I can smell this post. Do you guys remember the kids that used to play like Magic the Gathering in like the mall food?
Yeah.
I can smell this post.
So I just looked up Evo 2024 tournament lineup: Street Fighter, Tekken.
Okay.
I don't know what that one is.
So
don't know what that
event.
Mortal Kombat, Guilty Gear.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. All right. Sorry.
So they get into a little bit of the
fighting game
the logistics. So anyway, so they made those rules. Then the event started. When the event started, I was doing good on the first half of the event, winning most of my games. Then I made it to the quarterfinals, And that's when I ran into the kid. His mom was right next to him because he looked really young, around 10 or 12. Dude, you're like 4 years older than him.
You're 16 saying this guy looks young.
But I didn't mind at all. The first game started, and I could clearly tell he doesn't know what he is doing. He was jumping every time he could to move and fight. So I started to counter him every time he jumped towards me, and tactics, whatever. So this kid is button pressing. That's how I play fighting games. All right. So he started a counter, whatever. He hit the character harder. After the whole set, what?
I won. He spelled the wrong one. I won, of course.
He's 16 and he's lived in the internet age.
It's a Reddit post, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You know it's
I'm having
badly.
a hard time like following this on my own. Anyway, I won, of course, and he didn't take the loss too well because he started crying and making a scene in front of everyone. And his mom started to yell at me saying, "Why didn't you let my son win the game?" And I had to tell her that I wasn't going to let him win.
Bitch, I don't even know you.
Yeah, seriously.
Really
What the
from the
fuck?
headline that it was like his girlfriend's son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. I thought it was like at
Why didn't I
first.
let a random person win a game at a tournament?
Why's your mom even involved?
At first, I thought it was his kid,
got a
and then
comment to make about
then I saw
that.
his age.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he continued saying that he wasn't going to let the kid win because this was a tournament for $500. It got broken up really quickly because of the owner stepping in to break up the mother that was all in my face. But the kid didn't stop. He just kept on yelling and almost broke the controller that the store owner let him borrow. And it's not like some basic PS5 controller. It was a Razer, blah, 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 blah. So this guy is basically justifying and saying it was an expensive controller and the kid almost broke it. So the owner had to
You
bring
said
it
it
up.
was like a $300 controller?
Dude, yeah. They get real.
Hey,
I forgot. I think they're like SCOG controllers or something, but they're
I was out
like
here buying a Mad Catz just because it was smaller and I had little hands. Like, all right.
no, they have them now that you can like
Just
customize
the guys
buttons
wouldn't
and shit.
steal
It's
it
wild.
from me.
So anyway, the rest of the story is saying the owner took the kid and the mom out of the store, and then everybody just continued like it didn't happen. And so I'm wondering, am I the asshole for not letting him win and enjoying his first ever tournament, or did I do the right thing?
I fully agree with the top comment. Sorry, madam, but I'm gonna destroy your kid and he will never recover from it. Get good. Like,
Well,
you're
dude, my
your
thing
kid
is
in tournament. Like, what? No, if it's age brackets, fine. But like 12 and 16 would probably still fall in the same. Sorry, kid. Practice more. Get good.
I mean, dude, yeah. First of all, get good.
Get good.
Second of all, like what? This makes no. Yeah, this is the first life lesson this motherfucker's probably ever
that's
learned.
Exactly where I was going to go with this. So you're telling me that this kid that around an estimated age of 10 to 12 years old,
it's a pay like
No, this is like so silly.
Fun, and you're just being like you're just whooping up on a kid playing Uno at the camping trip. Like this is not that. Like this is funny, dude.
I know.
Yeah, that's wild.
So if you're gonna wait for your kid to be 10 to 12 years old for him to learn, for them to learn their first true life lesson, you're way too fucking late to the game.
Yeah, dude, I know that all our parents were telling us that life's not fair as long as we can remember. If I had to wait till I was 12 to learn that, no.
As soon as my parents knew that I understood what they were saying, that's what I was being told.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, man. But this made me think of a thing that I saw the other day about statistics for in job interviews and stuff like that. You would take
Matt Redden said some other neckbeard just would have beat him later in the tournament.
Yeah,
absolutely correct.
There you fucking go.
Yeah. But you would have lost out of the chance to win $500, which at the same time this kid is 16. But a kid at 16 could do more with $500 than a kid at 10 to 12, in my opinion.
A kid at 16 doesn't have bills either.
No,
I mean,
the point is this is just silly, but. Well, not these days because I don't think any of them have licenses, do they?
You could buy.
Nobody's driving until they're like 20 now.
They pay for somebody else's gas because they'd be fucking thumbing, dude. Like,
God.
You could buy 2 controllers for that price.
Yeah.
Money.
So I saw this study the other day, or I'm sorry, it was being talked about on a podcast, and they were talking about how you want to take a stab at.
Yes.
Now, granted, this was a
if I'm ever offered a stab, I want it.
yeah, there you go. What percentage now, according to this, like whatever they interviewed, basically, I was trying to remember, like basically like HR departments or a couple different HR departments and their hiring staff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You want to take a stab at the fucking percentage of people, adults that showed up to interviews with at least one parent? I know that was my reaction.
Dude, if I was 16, if I was 14, 15, I would be like, Mom, you have to wait in the car. I don't care if you drove me.
When I was 15, I got a fucking job at the pharmacy at like fucking Bilo or whatever. And guess who was in there by himself with his own fucking typed up like resume that literally was just courses that I had taken it up to that point in my life kind of shit,
exactly.
you know?
I had too much pride.
20%.
I was scared to death, but I had too much pride. Like
20%.
no.
I was thinking
1
higher.
in 5.
Yeah, but that's pretty fucking high.
1 in 5
still pretty
showing
high.
up with a fucking parent for a job that they're like expecting to hold by themselves. Like, what is happening?
What was the job? Did they set like criteria for like levels of the job?
They
or was
didn't.
it
No, they did not. But they were like, all of these were like obviously adult. I mean, fuck, you got to be 18. Well, I guess you can be 16 with an asterisk, you know. But I mean, these weren't like, you're not getting a fucking job at the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A. Let me put it that way. You know what I'm saying? So it might be your pleasure, but it's going to be someone else's job if you show up with your parents. Anyways, but I just thought that was wild. And this totally just, this mom is fucking teeing her child up for like, for fucking failure. That's
also,
what.
I would be like, Mom, don't even be around this tournament.
Dude.
And if you're here, please do not stand up for me because I am 10 and a half and I've lost all my street cred.
Dude, like leave your like foam finger #1 that says Teddy's my #1 boy or whatever. Leave that in the car. Like just literally just sit there, be a fucking bump on a log in the stands and just watch me, you know.
Trey says labor ready temp service and Nikki says he needs to earn it, play for 72 hours straight without showering and then show up to the tourney.
Nice.
Oh, that reminds me of a dude from South Park. You remember the World of Warcraft episode of South Park?
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Okay. I was gonna save this for Untethered, but it's too fun and I love it. And I was just talking about seeing Jimmy Eat World and Hot Mulligan and Fall Out Boy. So
all right, let's do it.
I have another guess which one this is. Larry, let Daniel have the first guess because you know a whole lot of Hot Mulligan titles.
Oh, dang it. All right, so do you want buttons?
Nah.
No, because we've got some fun buttons over here.
Okay, which one's which?
All right, so this is easy. Red,
Yeah.
bad.
Okay.
Green, good.
Okay. All right, so this is specifically because I'm seeing Jimmy Eat World, Hot Mulligan, and Fall Out Boy.
Okay.
Jimmy's song titles are normal. Fall Out Boy and Hot Mulligan are unhinged.
Jimmy Eat World, the middle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only song that I can
We're
name.
with Jimmy titles because they're pretty normal.
Yeah.
These are all either Hot Mulligan or Fall Out Boy song titles.
Okay.
Which makes me happy because they both have a lot of weird song titles, and I know they're branding enough, but I don't think you do.
No, you're right.
And Larry, I think
I got this.
let Daniel guess first.
Okay.
But I think you'll do pretty well at this.
I'm going to make both of you so frustrated today.
The Hot Mulligan song title versus book title to my aunt who knows nothing even about Hot Mulligan, and she had a blast doing it.
Yeah, dude, these are fun.
I did the Taylor Swift and Bath and Body Works, she knows quite a few of both, and she still butchered it. Like she did probably worse than y'all did, which is great. It was so fun.
Right.
Nikki said
that was a hard one.
Nikki said that Bill Murray songs need to be added, and I totally agree.
This is gonna be an ongoing thing because like I've already got another one that's like, is this a Midwest emo song title or did I just fucking make it up?
So this segment, can we dub this segment "This or That"?
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love Bill Murray.
We're start throwing like some random Hobo Johnson in there. Is this a Hobo Johnson song?
Have you guys ever heard of? Oh my God, what was the dude's name? That go ahead. Sorry.
There's a band called Bill Murray. It's spelled different. It's not the guy.
Gotcha.
Okay. So here we go. There's 20 of these. So they're a mix of Hot Mulligan and Fall Out Boy. Okay. Number 1, Losing Days.
Okay, so I might remind me what I'm choosing.
Hot Mulligan or Fall Out Boy.
Or Fall Out Boy. Okay. And so the title was, can I get that one more time?
Losing Days.
Losing Days. I'm going Hot Mulligan.
Yes.
Ooh.
All right. Wait, Larry, I'll make you guess on each of them after Daniel guesses.
Okay.
Next one. Stay Frosty Royal Milk Tea.
That's absolutely Fall Out Boy.
There.
Hot Mulligan.
Why would you think that's Fall Out Boy?
I don't know.
It is. But I'm surprised because that's weird. That's weird for them. That's weird for them.
Because I have to come across confident, right?
Okay.
I did not know that one. Did not know.
It sounds more like Hot Mulligan. That's why I put it on here.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yes.
Nikki, and the buttons would be good to use, except they probably would not come through. Yeah. So just be prepared for them not to come through because of.
Gotcha.
Yeah, tell me here. Does that come through, Nikki? The yes, no's, do they come through?
The nose comes better than the yeses because it's more of an intense sound.
I forget.
This is really a negative podcast in the whole. So yeah. So.
Okay. Number 3, deluxe capacitor.
Deluxe capacitor. I'm gonna go Hot Mulligan. Absolute guess.
Larry?
Hot Mulligan.
It's Hot Mulligan. Nikki said the sounds don't come through.
Okay.
The song formerly known as Intro.
Hot Mulligan.
Nope, it's Fall Out Boy.
No, it's Hot Mulligan.
Ah!
You're so sure.
I know.
I'm 100 per.
I'm off. I'm sorry. Hey.
Bunch of fakers.
No, I'm just fucking guessing.
I know.
Yeah.
That's so. Well, you kind of got a feel for it from the last.
I'm kind of guessing. Yeah.
Uma Thurman.
Oh, I know this one.
I think we did this one. Did we not? Maybe not. No. I thought that. I think this is Fallout.
Then it's.
I think this is Fall Out Boy. But I don't know. Maybe we didn't do it.
Now you have me double guessing. I'm going to go with Hot Mulligan.
It's Fall Out Boy. Damn. We've not done a Fall Out Boy category before.
We haven't? Oh,
I just did Hot Mulligan before.
Maybe I've just seen it somewhere. I don't know what's happening.
It's
nothing.
Fall Out Boy has so many catchy songs.
Oh my God.
We're going to make it. We're going to make it to Kilby.
Fall Out Boy.
Hot Mulligan.
Hot Mulligan.
Ah.
Okay, the actual song title is featuring Mark Hoppus, which is the guy from Blink-182.
Fall Out Boy.
No, it's Hot Mulligan.
Are you sure?
Featuring Mark Hoppus, yes.
Okay, yeah, it's Hot Mulligan.
I like it. I like the misdirection.
Yeah. Novocaine.
That's a Beck song. Yeah, it really is a Beck song. But I'm gonna say Hot Mulligan.
Fall Out Boy.
It's Fall Out Boy.
God damn it! Now I'm out of my pattern.
All right, Bleed American.
Hot Mulligan.
Jimmy Eat World. No, I'm just.
It is Jimmy Eat World, but which of these two covered it?
It's like, wait, what the fuck?
It is Jimmy Eat World, but one of them has a recorded cover of it on Spotify.
Then it's gonna be Hot Mulligan.
It's Hot Mulligan.
Ah, sweet.
I'm like, if they come out and they play Bleed American at the Jimmy concert, I'm gonna shit myself.
Yeah. Please don't.
Okay. Disloyal Order of Buffaloes.
Fall Out Boy.
That sounds like a hot mulligan. It's got hot mulligan written all over it.
It does, but it's Fall Out Boy.
Oh shit!
So, I thought that Fall Out Boy, like, they had the like wild ass fucking titles.
They do, but I didn't put a ton of them on here because they're so long.
Oh.
They've got one called like I slept with someone in Fall Out Boy and all I got was a song wrote about me, which is clearly them. But like,
wouldn't it be awesome if that was a hot mulligan?
If they covered
Hot Mulligan,
They covered it.
Hot Mulligan has a song called "All I Wanted" by Michelle Branch.
That's a Fall Out Boy ass title.
But it's not a cover. That's
That
just
is
what they named the
hilarious.
song. And Michelle Branch thinks it rules, which is great.
That's so funny, dude.
Okay, I'm tuning to O Positive.
Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy.
Hot Mulligan.
Damn it.
Larry, get good.
I'm a fucking
All right.
poser, dude.
Uh-huh.
Dude.
Get busy living or
You're
get
an emu, not an emo. I don't even know.
an
I don't even know.
an E-fo.
I know this one. I know this one that you're about to say.
All right, this one's very long. Get busy living or get busy trying. Get busy living or get busy dying, in parentheses. Do your part to save the scene and stop going to shows.
Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy.
Yes. Because I just said they had such long titles.
Yeah.
All right. This song is called It's Called What It's Called.
Oh,
Nope, I fucked that up. This song is called It's Called What's It Called?
Hot Mulligan.
Hot Mulligan. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Champagne for my real pan. Fuck. Champagne for my real friends. Real pain for my sham friends.
Hot Mulligan.
Fall Out Boy.
Old Fall Out Boy.
Ah, damn it.
Of all the gin joints in all the world.
Hot Mulligan.
Nope. Fall Out Boy.
If I like choose the same one over and over, I've noticed that I get it right occasionally. No, just kidding.
That's actually a quote from Casablanca, but it is Fall Out Boy. Shaylee Chanel.
Shaylee Chanel.
Like two weirdly spelled girls' names.
Hot Mulligan.
Sorry, I was texting.
Shaylee Chanel.
Shaylee Chanel. Hot Mulligan.
One of the best Hot Mulligan songs.
Ooh.
The parentheses after Life of the Party.
Fall Out Boy. Like we're due for one.
Yeah, that's. I don't know.
It really was randomized. I didn't.
I don't know this one, so I'm gonna go with Fall Out Boy.
Yep. We're almost done. Where did the party go?
Directly to my pants. Oh shit! I forgot.
The pants party.
The pants party. You know. Hot Mulligan.
Yes, Hot Mulligan.
No, Fall Out Boy.
Fuck.
Reinventing the wheel to run myself over.
Fall Out Boy.
Hot Mulligan.
It's Hot Mulligan vibes, but it's a Fall Out Boy song. And the very last one is Wait for It.
Hot Mulligan.
Wait for it. Hot Mulligan.
Yes. They actually have 3 songs. They have Legend, and they have Wait for It, and they have Dairy, which are all How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, dude.
All right, good. I hope y'all liked that.
No, that was
awesome.
solid.
I love
I did
that.
worse than what I thought I would do, and I'm very disappointed in myself.
I know.
Man, I need to.
I feel like you're kind of off your game though today.
I am a little bit, and once again, I'm apologizing for those of because my dog came in the frame, so I wanted to like say, hey, I should have said, hey, if he comes in the frame and you see his head, yeah,
it's because you beat him.
no.
Well, it's not.
It's
the
not.
Pictures you sent us.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's just a scab now from where they scrape. But
Yeah.
I noticed that, and I was not making excuses, but I was distracted. I'm like, shit, he's in the frame. I had to get him out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just don't hit him as hard next time.
Yeah. Put the cheese grater away, man. That's me.
This is going out to YouTube.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm absolutely fucking on the record joking. His dog literally got injured, like fucking playing or some shit. I don't fucking know how your dog got hurt.
Yeah, that's great testimony
No,
there.
honestly, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it fell down some stairs. It fell down some stairs. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Anyway.
All right. What do we got? Let's go somewhere.
All right, man. Let's talk about sticking shit up our butts. Or this dude sticking stuff up his butt.
It's supposed to be coming out, not going in, but
okay.
All right, so I was just really in shock. Kilt-clad man seen sticking antiques in his rectum, then placing them back on the shelves, cops say. I mean, like, honestly, you've never been walking through a store and been like, you know what? I think I'm going to keister this and then I'm going to put it back on the shelf.
Now you have me paranoid and wondering, has this been... that should be a subreddit. No. Has this been up someone's ass?
Probably.
Oh, my God. So a 60-year-old kilt-wearing man in Texas was arrested last week after he was caught on surveillance footage from an antique shop, allegedly grabbing several items off the shelves and placing those items in his rectum before returning them to the shelves.
Rectum? I barely know him. So sorry.
Oh, all right. If someone was going to do it, it had to be. It had to be done.
Okay. Okay. Good.
So before returning them to I already read that. Anyway, Mitchell C. Vest was taken into custody.
That's a
on
fake ass name, dude.
I know, right? It's like somebody was literally looking around the room.
Mitchell, it's like he knows your Wisconsin man from yours that you're gonna cover, Larry. Line that you've got.
Oh my God. So Mitchell C. Vest was taken into custody on one count of criminal mischief in connection with the bizarre allegations. Authorities announced. According to a news release from Harris County Constable Precinct 4 office, say that 3 times fast, deputies on Thursday, February 15th, received calls from, quote, multiple concerned citizens regarding an adult male who they said was, quote, observed selecting items from multiple vendors at an antique mall outlet.
I wonder,
and placing these selected items in his rectum.
I wonder if they're saying multiple just so that that one person that saw them and kept looking at them doesn't feel weird about it.
I mean, okay, hang on. I would at least watch for 3, and then
there's a threshold. There's a
yeah.
3.
Well, because otherwise I'd be like,
I would feel like I'm watching a porn after 3. You know,
it's like the whole like you shake it more than twice and you're playing with yourself. Like if you put it more than 2 things up your rectum, then you're on something.
What is your threshold? 1?
This is like the whole like how many owls do you have to see in a day before it's weird? And the one guy was like 12.
Hold up.
Do you have to see how many items do you have to see a fucking flea market man shove up his asshole before shit gets weird?
That's the thing. That's the thing. You have to take into consideration the setting that you're in. You're in an antique shop or a flea market, whatever it is. Shit's gonna be weird there to begin with.
Oh, no, not this level of weird. No,
this is too awesome.
This is you get kicked out of the porn store for this level weird, and we're at a flea market, dog.
It depends on which porn store you're at.
People are making jewelry out of paper clips, and this guy's keistering spoons. Like,
they're gonna kick you out of a porn shop, and they sell butt plugs. They go up your ass.
And then there's a fireworks store right next door.
Only after paid for. Wait, hang on.
Follow a guy on TikTok who works at a sex store / smoke store. God. He's also just an excellent storyteller. His name is Lil Chomp, and he's got like 500,000 people now that follow him, which rules. But he's so funny. He's so like, I just want to be his friend in real life. But the stories that he has, holy shit,
dude.
The stories.
So, do porn ships have bathrooms?
Porn ships.
Porn shops.
You know, the wager would have been a lot more interesting book if it was a porn ship.
Porn ship show title. Can we have that as a show title?
We can edit it. We can do P stuff. We can figure it out. Yep.
Also, why don't
hang on. Do they? Do porn shops have restrooms?
I've never been to one where I had to use the bathroom, so I don't know.
I would not think they would want to have that.
That would so because I feel like
that's
how
asking for trouble.
How often would they be like, would somebody be like, buy something maybe, or not even buy something and then just go in the bathroom and then come out empty?
Do you have a fitting room?
Pretty a million.
Yeah.
There's a million signs at like J.C. Penney or like TJ Maxx. They're like no merchandise in the restroom. Imagine at Fantasy World.
It's like, hang on. When you walked in, you didn't have a ponytail. Why do you have one?
And
now?
why is it out your ass? Like, I don't understand.
No,
a literal ponytail.
Why is it coming over the top of the back of your jeans?
Lustrous. Would you like to pet it?
I didn't know there was a Comic-Con in town this week.
No, that's a furry fest right there, dude.
I think that a great business model would be opening up a porn shop with an adjacent fireworks store. Again, we're going back to that topic.
Then you got people that get confused and they put the bottle rocket in the wrong way.
They put the bunker busters in their bunker. They put the zip zan zoodles in the old hoo-hoo. So, like, honestly, man, what I'm attempting to aspire to is a fireworks namer. So that's all I want to do.
Ooh, Nikki made a good point. She said changing rooms. They might.
Oh, damn, that's a good point.
You can try on. I hope you can't. I don't think you can try
not
on.
like lingerie or anything, but
a sex shop that has the same business model as REI. Try before you buy. Nikki!
Wait.
Honestly, I'm so glad that Nikki brought that up. I'm actually looking for investors.
Or like you would have to have a tailor, right, to do measurements for certain things. Because I was gonna say, what if somebody goes in there like, I don't know what size cock ring I need, so instead of trying it on,
let me get my fabric.
My brother in Christ, I will promise it's smaller than you think you need.
Yeah. Seriously.
Okay. You had a story here.
I think I was doing one.
This guy was putting stuff in his ass.
So, quote, the male was then observed removing the items and placing them back on the shelves, the constable said. A probable cause affidavit obtained by Law and Crime identified some of the items allegedly tainted by Vest's actions as a makeup brush, a quote restoration hardware piece.
There's a brand called Restoration Hardware.
Oh,
it's like it's like
okay
level of like Pottery Barn, probably a little nicer than Pottery Barn.
Wait, so what is Restoration Hardware?
It's like
it's
a store.
Oh, so it's literally like whatever.
It's a brand.
Like cups and shit.
Well, it's
cups and shit. I don't know.
It's very similar to like a Pottery Barn, like World Market, but really nice.
Oh, yeah, Pottery Barn's nice.
Pottery Barn is nice, yeah. Restoration Hardware is even nicer.
An antique bottle opener and a quote tobacco tint can.
I ran to Google that.
The tobacco tint can
it's just a
okay.
Prince Albert in a can, if you will.
Wait, but how did he fit that up his ass? Or is he just like wiping with it kind of thing? I need answers.
People,
if I was Batman, I'd hold him against the wall and I'd say, answer me. How did you fit this tint can up your ass?
People work their way up on stuff.
Have you, yeah, I mean, Daniel, the dragon videos, bro. Come on.
No.
I don't know. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Don't Google Bad
No,
Dragon.
don't worry. Don't worry, I won't.
Do it, coward.
The incident, coward. The incidents allegedly occurred at two different shops: the Antique Gallery of Houston and the Curiosity Shop, both of which are on Town Drive in Spring, Texas.
My man's is in the Curiosity Shop,
dude.
If there's ever been a right place to put stuff up, yes, it's in the Curiosity Shop.
Had a legit reason. He was curious.
I just wanted to see.
Can it fit? How will it feel? I have a whole review site dedicated to this, so it's journalism. Journalism.
How does
Freedom
it feel?
of the press.
How does it feel in your hand? How does it feel going up your cornhole?
Did you see his age at the very, very first of this? I don't know if you said it.
I thought it was 60. Oh, yeah.
I just assumed he was younger than that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the older crowd's just running out of shit to do.
Older crowd's wild.
Yeah. So, per the affidavit, the owner of the antique gallery told deputies that she witnessed Vest pick up the makeup brush and hardware piece, quote, shove both items up his anus, then return the items to the shelf. She said the value of the damaged items was $130. The owner of the Curiosity Shop on February 10th reported to deputies that she had reviewed security footage showing a man matching Vest's description doing the same thing with the bottle opener and tint can, noting that her damages were $74. I mean, what?
Look,
I mean,
I'm wondering if these people that saw him came back to the manager or the owner and said, I'm not paying full price for this. You know, use it as a negotiating tactic.
It might have been up that man's ass.
Listen, I'll still buy it and I'll run it through the dishwasher 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah.
But I ain't paying full price for it.
And they're like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you're trying to get a discount on a rocking chair.
You don't understand this.
But it's used.
This makeup brush. It has seen many faces and at least one ass. So
it's true. It's true.
It's gonna devalue. I mean, dude, you gotta your assets. You know, you gotta value your assets.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. There you go. Both complainants advised they had to throw away the items. No kidding. That they were used in the incident due to feces being on them. Let's see. Both provided the video's surveillance of the incidents and both wished to pursue charges. No
You're telling me homeboy's out here shoving random objects up his ass and he doesn't even have the decency to get an enema first?
He didn't even ice chip it for the day. Like, come on, dog.
Oh, no. What is that? Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Oof. All right. Wow.
Man, get more gay friends.
So it's not that I don't have them. It's just that it just doesn't come up a hell of a lot.
I asked more questions in college.
I'm sure Daniel.
Explain the.
Daniel has gay friends as an excuse, like a white person has black friends. You know.
Oh, I've got you, Larry.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
Imagine having to pick between the two of us to say which one is gay, and he picks you, Larry. How insulted are you?
I know. That's why I was like, I don't know how to react about that. Like, are you saying that because of the skin color or?
Honestly, and the best part is I don't have to answer any questions moving forword. I can just
pleading the fifth on this one. Okay.
I can
defer to his lawyer.
I'm just gonna put you in contact.
Goomba Cat's his lawyer, and he's asleep.
I'm gonna put you in contact with my legal team. So
just Goomba and yet. They're like, I'm not fucking with this.
I am contacting my congressman right now.
It's Goomba and Miette, and Finn is actually my.
Goomba and Associates.
A nice little
Finn's PR.
Finn's PR.
And Finn just starts dancing.
The defendant just needs you to hear this song. Give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time to take a fast plane. So my son is obsessed with that song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it's fun. So anyway. That's all I got for this one. There's this, there's just not a hell of a lot to it other than this weird man going in and putting Things that he doesn't own up his own ass. So.
Well,
Also,
that's all I got.
Once again, it's got to have a flared base. Don't just don't put a makeup brush up your ass. It's not like what if you sneeze? It's not. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that pre-pucker, that pre-sneeze pucker.
Oh,
wow!
The inhale, the asshole inhale.
That suction cup effect, if you will, you know.
ESP, dude, pre-sneeze pucker, man. So.
Shit.
Anyway,
all right. So who's taking the next one?
So we go from one wild story to another. There's this guy in Wisconsin who legally changed his name to These Nuts, spelled DEEZ dash NUTS. It would have made it better if he ended it with a Z, but he didn't.
Wait, why would he not?
I think historically These Nuts is spelled the way this is.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't think, did we ever talk about this? I don't know if we did or not. About him changing.
I feel like I remember this dude. Did this happen a while ago? Because no.
I don't think I saw this.
Well,
okay.
Oh, he was just arrested last week.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we
covered him renaming. Yeah.
We have probably covered These Nuts.
Did we cover These Nuts before?
I'm here to tell you that we have. So a Wisconsin man who legally changed his name to These Nuts is arrested in domestic altercation. So again, in true HuffPost manner, they repeat this by saying that a Green Bay, Wisconsin man, blah, blah. So he was being arrested.
He has an arresting name.
Oh,
it's good play on words. It's good play on words.
Nice.
I probably just should have continued reading. Here we go.
You're fine. That's why I saw that you were past it. I was like, I gotta mention this part.
He was misdemeanor battery and disorderly conduct. A very arresting name. Hey, there you go. That's because the 42-year-old suspect's full name is These Nuts Lee Kroll.
Oh, man, he could have done so much better.
Yeah, if you're gonna change it, change the whole thing.
I'm trying to think.
It should have been like These Nuts make ya Kroll.
But like,
right?
Like your first name Bofa, and they're like, "What's your last name?" It's like These Nuts.
This sounds like a high school password that you would set for an email account. You know.
Mm-hmm.
The defendant with the nutty.
Fired. I'm kidding.
The defendant with the nutty name was arrested March 5th after an incident involving a gun, according to CBS Green Bay affiliate. The police said two others who were put into a squad car before Kroll's arrest were identified as his daughter and her boyfriend. He did not want his nuts all over his daughter, so...
That's fair.
So he changed his first name to These Nuts, right? And his last name is Kroll, or is his first name Lee? Middle name Lee?
No, it's middle name Lee.
Middle name Lee, yeah, that's how I read it.
So fucking weird. Anyway, police took the shirtless Nuts into custody. I made that up. It says Kroll. According to the criminal complaint obtained by the Smoking Gun, which noted that the elder Kroll appeared to be highly...
You never heard of the Smoking Gun?
No, but it like this
it's
article...
It's forever, dude. No, it's like just specifically crime stuff of like tabloids. Like it's like tabloid crime shit. It's hilarious.
Damn, I should
Honestly,
use them as a source.
We should start. That's what it's...
So, dude's shirtless. His name is These Nuts. I'm more offended the fact that they say elderly and he's 42 years old.
Oh, they just say elder because the son would have also been named Kroll. Or daughter would have probably
Kroll.
also.
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, got it.
Not elderly.
Okay. That's on me. The daughter and her boyfriend told officers they had argued with Kroll on the phone earlier in the evening over household chores and caring for the family's puppies. The couple said they found the residence locked when they showed up 2 hours later. The couple told police that they repeatedly knocked on the door, and at one point, Kroll opened the door and punched his daughter in the shoulder. He reportedly later threatened his daughter and her boyfriend with a BB gun that they said looked like a pistol. All right.
Are there BB guns that look like pistols?
I don't mess with BB guns.
Okay.
Yeah, like
You have to like.
The only BB gun I've ever seen has been a rifle.
I was gonna say that's what I thought they were. Yeah,
But at the same, I guess in the moment, yes, you could confuse it because you don't have enough time to look at the radius of the fucking barrel.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's threatening you. I'm sure that's not going to be high on the priority list, other than making sure you're not in front of whatever's being waved around.
So apparently this guy couldn't keep a story straight because authorities say that when they interviewed Kroll, he kept talking in circles.
Oh, not this guy.
Yeah. These nuts?
Not these nuts.
Talking in circles?
What? Never known him to be. He's straight. He's a straight shooter. Get it? Right to the point type of person. So Kroll was charged with misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor disorderly conduct and use of a dangerous weapon, which, if convicted, could net him a year in jail. He was released on $1,000 bond on Wednesday, and his next day in court is April 24th. So there we go. The Smoking Gun reports that Kroll illegally changed his first name from Derek to D's Nuts in 2011. Or sorry, yes,
but he spelled it DEZ nuts.
Yep,
first time.
Yes.
In 2011, adding another E about 6 years later. So
imagine thinking you are so funny and you change your first name to D's Nuts, and everybody's like, yeah, but that's Des Nuts. So finally you have to go fucking pay for it to be changed again to fix it to D.
Wow. I mean, but like anybody that's going to change their name to D's Nuts probably isn't like in a foot race for like being the smartest man in the world. So
no,
I would say
no.
I would love for someone to change their first name to Bofa, and so that way anybody is like, "What's your last name?" And they'd be like,
"So there's,
Bofa."
So we need him to change his last name to D's Nuts, and then have a woman or somebody else, I don't know his preferences, to change. I need a Bofa to get married to this man. Is what I'm saying.
They can hyphenate it so their married name is Bofa D's Nuts.
Yes. I like it.
I'm into that. I love that they explain what D's Nuts means.
Yeah, I know. I was going to skip. How
old is that joke at this point?
Right. It's got to be.
Well, read the rest of the article and you'll find out.
Okay. It
comes from The Chronic, a 1992 album from Dr. Dre.
So believe it or not, even without hearing that, I was like, man, it had to be the 90s because that shit has been around for forever.
Yeah.
And then CDs came out, and then it was like CDs Nuts,
I just saw a teacher on TikTok say that, like, she was like, shit that my kids have said to me lately, and she's like, one of them said something about Bofa, and she was like, what's Bofa? And she just looked at the camera, and she's like, she knew. She just, like, in the context didn't pick up.
Yeah.
Man, I could not teach kids now.
No.
No way.
It's, like, I've signed up to do, like, mystery reading things for Finn's class. Yeah. And, like... And these are kindergartners. So they're like still like pretty, whatever, naive fresh. And all that. Yeah, it's like I can't imagine dealing with like 4th, 5th, 6th graders kind of thing. Like, holy shit. Like there is oh my God. The respect for the people that teach those grades.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's insane.
There's no way.
So all right. So where would we like to cruise from here?
Do you guys want line 24 or 25 from
25. Okay.
Larry?
Oh my gosh, dude. So I actually saw a bunch about 25.
Okay.
But like I'm interested. I'm interested in both, to be honest.
About it. So let's say 24 because I think just happened today as far as I could see.
Gotcha.
Maybe yesterday. Today.
It was very recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a perfect monolith appears in Wales. I love this. It looks like a fucking jewel just stuck in the ground in Wales, like out of nowhere. A resident said he discovered the shiny silver object on a prominent hill during his daily walk. Do you remember this happening a few years ago? And there were a handful of them.
Yeah,
there were a bunch.
It was like 6 or something like that, but it was across the world,
I want
right?
more.
Yeah.
I hope it's happening again.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that was a whole thing during it happened during COVID, right? Is when they were popping up. Yeah.
So to anybody who celebrates, today is officially the 4-year anniversary of COVID.
Really? Wait, so what are we considering the first day of COVID?
Friday the 13th was like the day that like everything really shut down.
Really?
Like I think the CDC like confirmed it on like the 9th or something, but like
Gotcha.
That Friday was the day that shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Also, it was a Friday the 13th, which I love.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was supposed to go to a concert with some friends, and we were all like, that morning we were on the fence about going. And I was like, I'm not bought my tickets yet. It's whatever. One of my friends was like, I bought my tickets. I'm going either way. And I was like, I don't know, man. This stuff feels weird.
Yeah.
It's like 8 a.m. 10 a.m. He's like, there's no way I'm going. I will eat the cost of this. There's no way.
Yeah.
And I was like, I told you, dude. I told you at 8.
Jeez, man.
And then they cancel it like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Silver Sun pickups, though, come back to Knoxville. I would love to see you. Not one to let horrific weather stop him. Craig Muir left his house on... England has the most bullshit names of places.
Oh, please try it. Then.
This man lives in Hay-on-Wye in Powys, Wales.
There you go.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Killed it. Nailed it.
God. He left there early on Tuesday to take his usual walk up Hay Bluff, where he discovered something large, shiny, and new. Standing there in the distance like a beacon was a silver monolith with no apparent trace as to how it got there or what it was doing in that spot. Fucking aliens, dog.
But how would you also track it? You look at the ground around it, and it's just a marsh. It's like if you made footprints, they're probably gonna be gone in a matter of like minutes. You know, it's like yeah. Anyway.
It looked like it had just been dropped from space, bro. You were reaching, bro.
Unless
it looks like an art installation. Come on.
It looks pretty.
It does. It is pretty. It's very shiny. I like shiny things because I am a magpie. Mr. Muir said during a telephone interview on Tuesday, the sighting immediately...
He called himself a magpie?
I realized I should have taken a breath in between that.
I'm kidding.
The sighting immediately captured media attention, calling to mind similar mysterious objects placed around the world in late 2020. Yep.
There you go.
It must be some sort of art installation. Motherfucker, if I did not just...
That's hilarious, dude.
I've been to some weird art exhibits, though. If you didn't know anything to look at it, you could have easily thought it had been dropped off by a UFO or something. No.
For the untrained eye, right?
I want it to be. I want to believe.
I want to believe.
Describing the location of the monolith as the middle of nowhere, Mr. Muir said there were no visible tracks. Again, we're in a fucking marsh.
Look at
but he did see some footprints.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, look at all the fucking footprints around it. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if someone else had seen it, he said. And then there's this random video of him.
What's that thing in the like way background behind the monolith?
It's probably another one.
It's probably the alien that dropped it off.
It's just a Tetris piece.
It looks like it.
It looks like a lighthouse almost.
It does. I zoomed in and it's not very clear.
Yeah.
So this guy is 37. He works as a stonemason, and he said that the monolith stands roughly 10 feet tall. It's about 1.5 feet wide at each point, and he didn't know how deep into the ground it goes. Dig it out, dog. What are you doing?
Seriously.
Quit talking to the news and start digging.
Flip and answer the questions that need to be answered.
Right.
You look to have 2 hands. Get to getting.
Yeah.
God.
Get to getting.
He called it a perfect monolith. He said it was exactly like the ones they have in Egypt, but made of steel, and there's no markings on there at all. It appears to be made from surgical steel, he said. How would you...
I've got a question. I'm 37. He's 37. He looks like an older 37.
Yeah, it's because he's British.
Okay. I'm just saying. Like, this dude can easily pass for mid-40s.
What's the correlation between Granger County 37 and Wells 37? There you
well,
have
that's because in Granger County, we've discovered the Fountain of Youth. So it's called the Granger County Tomato.
Water.
It's called the Granger County Tomato.
Which is full of water.
Yes.
He said he didn't know how deep to the ground it goes. He said it was a perfect monolith. Blah, 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 blah. The monolith appears to have been made of surgical steel. He did not think it was aluminum because it had too much shine to it. Is this guy a metal genius? What is he talking about?
Didn't the article say that he was some kind of
oil? Like, there's a shiny side of it that's crazy.
I just love that you called him a metal genius.
That's another show title.
Metallurgy or something.
Metallurgist.
I fucking love it. What are you, a fucking metallurgist? Come on, man. Like,
this guy has no reason for saying that it's surgical steel.
No,
like,
not at all.
He wanted to sound smart. That's what it was.
I love when the people that discover this shit just start talking out their asses like they've become over the night fucking like professionals with like
he wanted to sound
monolith.
Traveled. That's what he wanted to say.
I for one have seen many medals in my travels.
I for one have performed surgery once or twice, and this is surgical. So
here's my boy. I would say it's like a surgical steel because obviously whoever's done it doesn't want it to rust. Isn't that what regular steel does? Doesn't rust, right? It doesn't have to be surgical.
It's really funny. I actually just heard something the other day about stainless steel is completely like misnomer. Like it's like
and stainless. He's saying surgical.
That's you're right. You're right.
You know,
correct. Yeah.
Critter.
Yeah, but.
Everything's a critter. I have a couple pairs of earrings that are surgical steel that are like they're awesome because like I could have them like implanted and they're not gonna have a reaction to anybody. Like that's what surgical steel.
Yeah.
But like I know that because I'm a weirdo with stretched ears that buys earrings like this. Why does this guy know shit about surgical steel? He's like, well, it's shiny. It's shiny.
One of two things are happening here. Either one, he's trying to sound smart and traveled, or two, someone needs to check his basement because he may have some experience with surgical steel. So
that could be it. Could be it.
Yeah, there's always that.
Also, I feel like people that torture people don't care about the quality of the products they're using.
Unless they're trying to preserve them for a long time.
Depends how long they're wanting. Yep.
Okay, I'm officially uncomfortable with this conversation.
More lists than usual tonight. So
we know way too many fucking variables about torture and crime. I don't like it.
I fell asleep reading about a torture murder last night, and I was like, you wonder why you don't sleep worth shit. You wonder.
Do you not have bad dreams?
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop you?
No, I can't stop.
Because, like, honestly, we've read a couple books that, like, legit fucked with my sleep.
You're not allowed to be mad at me about I'll Be Gone in the Dark because it's gonna fuck with you. If I didn't fuck with me, but I'm insane. It fucked with everybody that I've talked to.
Okay.
Don't read it at night.
I basically only read it.
Well, you're gonna have to change it for this book.
You need to turn your night light on. Your little,
But no, I don't get. So this is the thing. I don't get scared.
It's just so eerie. It's really
eerie. But I'm just saying that like when I fall asleep, my mind obviously is doing things that I'm out of
says
control
block your windows. You'll know when you start reading it. Like you'll get it. You'll get it.
Okay.
So this guy said that the monolith must have. I can't say monolith. The monolith must have
Jason Statham.
No, Jason Statham.
He's back.
Bruce Willis. He never loves.
I feel like honestly, the Bruce Willis thing is like less funny now that we like.
Jason Statham is so.
Jason Statham, like, dude, he will forever like be funny.
He said that the monolith must have some. Now I'm in my head and I feel like I'm saying it wrong when I'm not. It must have some heft to it because it wasn't moving at all despite the strong winds. He described it as a. Very, very smooth, very shiny, very crisp edges.
Jeez.
Dude, it just looks like a USB drive, but big.
Yeah, it really does.
Make sure you eject it properly before pulling it out of the ground.
Imagine what you're gonna set off a volcano, dog. Like you can't just take that out of the ground.
Dude, Michael Vest totally wants to keister that just to see.
I believe in him.
He's gonna sit up there like an elf on the shelf, you know.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Homeboy didn't even go up to him and was like, He just relied on the wind. He didn't even push on it. You know?
It's really windy, and this giant metal thing isn't being blown over.
Would you guys touch that? I would touch that.
Yeah, you have to. I
would touch it.
You guys are men.
Yeah,
you guys would touch it.
No, that's why we don't live so long.
You know, there are only a couple things that could happen. Either you're the chosen one or you're not. You know.
And see, this is the funny thing. Like, let's say Larry and I just like we're on like some weird like bro walk, you know, and we.
That's what we call them, bro
walk. But we stumble upon this monolith.
You guys are licking it.
I know. That's what I said. I was gonna say, like we'd both touch it, and then we'd be like, "Who's gonna lick? You lick it first."
If there's a slight possibility,
stuff, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like, that thing's cool. I'm taking a picture from way over here, and I'm gone.
I've watched too much sci-fi because that part of me would say, "What if
I'm chosen?"
Yeah, and we have to touch it. You know.
See, I feel like I've read
to go up someone's ass.
I've read the other side of sci-fi, and I'm like, if I touch this, I will die, and there will be a curse upon the earth.
Like I said, one or two things. It could go one way or the other. You know, what do you have to lose?
Well, everything.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
It goes on to explain like where in Wales this is.
Gotcha.
Nobody gives a fuck. But
I'm not that familiar with Wales.
I hope there's more monoliths.
I know, man.
Has anybody taken a look?
I wonder if they're just cranking them back up.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a pry bar.
You know what Allie needs?
Giant pry bar.
You know what Allie needs? Spit on it and show me a car. I'm gonna break into that motherfucker.
Twist this fucking dick off. The old dick twist.
Twist his dick off.
God.
Has anybody? I wonder if anybody has taken all this information about the monoliths from like an aerial view and has done a whole deep dive. Is there a YouTube video about this? I should probably look into it.
Oh, I'm sure there is from the one from a few.
Has anybody triangulated?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. Wait, what was the thing that you were talking about the other day, Allie, about like, and I don't think that there's correlation-ish kind of stuff, but it was like a hand of like conspiracies or something. Or
the octopus.
The octopus, that's what it was.
It's a show on Netflix. Trey, last I heard, was watching it and had watched the first 2 episodes. He was like, I'm going to have to watch all 4 episodes twice.
Really?
Because so much happens.
That's wild, man.
But like it's on
Netflix, is that what you said?
Yeah, it's like the number 1 thing on Netflix right now.
Is it fiction
like,
or is it nonfiction?
No, it's nonfiction, but it's like every political, not even conspiracy. It's like conspiracies and actual things. And like, so for example, yeah, Trey said he watched the whole thing twice already, that there's so much to it.
Damn, that's got my name written all over it. I do not.
It does, dude. And it's still ongoing, and it's like it's not all conspiracies. Like some of the points on the octopus are just like Bill Clinton. That's not because like that's a whole dude. Like that's a next president. Like I mean, that's a whole ass dude.
That's a whole ass dude.
But sometimes like there was one that I'm like, have you ever looked into Iran Contra? Like you know how involved that is. That was one of the like 80 dots on the conspiracy. Well, that's a whole thing for you to look into. But just to compare to that, one of the things was called Inn's Law, and I looked that up, and it's as involved as Iran Contra, and I'm like, this is gonna take over my life. Like when I get into this is it.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Man. Now, look, I was wanting to pass out after recording tonight. Now, fuck, I'm gonna have to spin up Netflix.
Yup.
Shit.
That makes one of us. No. I'm old. All right. So let's see here. You guys want to hear about? Actually, let's just. Okay. So what's the Plizzan tonight, friendos? Are we doing? You want to do a long boy, or do you want to do split it up, or what? How are we feeling?
You want a little bit of a lot, or a lot of a little bit? You know.
There you go. Well, like honestly, you're getting the second if you talk to me. So.
Did you guys do an Untethered last week?
We did not.
So we could probably stretch today and do it untethered.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. I will.
We'll stay. We'll hop back on live if anybody's on here. Like, hang out. We'll be right back.
Oh wait, are we wrapping right now?
Whenever we wrap, we'll be on for untethered.
All right. Let me. I'll tell you what. I'll cover this last one about cars and insurance companies.
All right.
It's a little dry, and then we'll wrap and go. If that's cool. All right. So Megan actually asked me this the other day. Our insurance company has given us the option of putting some kind of device in our vehicles.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, because if you drive safe with the big asterisk,
with discount.
and we'll discount your, and it's like, I was like, no, I want to pay full price, and they can fuck themselves.
My coworker was just showing me yesterday that her and her husband are doing this, and no, they like it's fine, but he's like, I don't speed that much, and it rates each of you on like so many different points, and one of the points is like your speed, and it's like it says I'm over, and she's like, I know, I've been telling you,
dude. But the issue is like they're gonna say, oh, I'm sorry, but they're never doing this.
I have one, and I used it. Yes, I used it for one full cycle of a 6-month period. So mine's the progressive one, and you just plug it in, right? That thing
like
is
cigarette lighter kind of thing.
Well, it goes into your ECU at the bottom.
Oh, really? Oh, wow,
yeah,
really?
It goes into your car's computer. So, I hate that thing. It's so sensitive. Anytime that I would hit the brakes a little bit too hard, like when you're like, can I make this light? No, you would have to preemptively think that you're about to get a yellow light in order for this thing not to go off, because as soon as you hit your brakes too hard. I hate
people that treat lights like that. I'm like, you're going to get somebody killed.
That's my thing. I feel like it's going to cause more accidents than it's going to like help anyone.
Yeah.
But
I did not see. Oh, I guess it's because of all those times it beeped at me for hitting my brakes so hard. But I didn't see any difference in my rate whenever I renewed my policy. So I don't recommend it. And Trey said that he had it a year ago, and he does not recommend it either. I'm sure you'll go into it, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, the issue is our cars are getting so smart that we don't need those anymore. We don't need the third party things. But anyway, so manufacturers of connected cars are sharing way more data than customers may realize, the New York Times reported Monday, and that's only half the problem. According to the report, automakers may be sharing statistics about customer driving habits with their insurance companies directly. If you drive a car with built-in telematics, which, I feel like probably if you have a car after 2010, it probably has that built in.
Yeah, anything that came out with OnStar, like pre-installed. Yeah.
Exactly. Then let's see. If you have one with built-in telematics, in a way that you'd rather your insurance company not know about, you may want to keep reading. So far, the Times has only linked the activity to instances where customers voluntarily opt into various connected features, but how customers agree, in quotation or in parentheses, not to mention whether they understand exactly what they're agreeing to, in quotations, varies by manufacturer.
In
the case,
sorry to interrupt, but if I don't get this thought out of my head, it kind of makes me think that I don't know if Waze, Google, or Apple has gotten like a, hey, we already track speeds. What if we just put it in a end user agreements and, you know, they'll never know. We'll just sell this information to insurance companies, you know?
Would not fucking surprise me in the least, man. And honestly, you're probably more right than wrong. So, in the cases of OEMs like Tesla, who provide their own insurance either in-house or via a partnership, customers are made aware that the service will monitor their driving behavior. Some third-party insurers even offer electronic monitoring devices like you were talking about, Larry, with the Progressive thing. In other instances, however, the data collection is less transparent. New York Times called out General Motors in particular for sharing data with third parties with little or ambiguous documentation. GM's optional OnStar smart driver service, like you said, Larry, offers to track customer driving habits ostensibly to help them behave more safely and economically, but does not obviously disclose that the collected statistics may end up in databases like LexisNexis that are available to insurance companies. So basically, any of these cars that have these devices on them, it's like offshooting that info or that data to some kind of database that insurance companies have, you know, available to them. My question would be like, is this, there's no way this is like anonymized, right? I mean, like, and I'm sorry, I looked at you.
I don't know. I don't know if it could be.
I don't think so. I don't.
I don't know if it's like, well, no, there's no way that it could be because it would be
you trade hands
connected to a VIN.
Yeah, the car would trade hands,
and the VIN is obviously connected to a human, so
it'd just be one big ass data.
Specifically, a Vin Diesel.
Oh hell! Here we go. Another one that entered the chat. I think.
Oh god!
It's
and specifically because we're family. No.
I think it would be. I think it would be hard, but not impossible. Because at the worst, you'd probably have like a data pool, right? Where you'd have a bunch of. I mean, these companies make hand over fist, right? So you just get a whole department to just clean data and connect it to their policyholders. I could see that happening.
Man, I just and I was actually I was reading through the comments on this article, and I'm not on the article because I found this on Reddit, but people were talking about how like, oh well, oh my god, I totally just lost my train of thought. Wow, that was incredible. I was literally not even close to like telling you what I was thinking. Anyway, oh no, that's what they were talking about, like onboard Wi-Fi.
Uh-huh.
Do you know anybody that pays for onboard Wi-Fi in their car?
No, dude, just fucking tether your phone's service.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, okay, so I agree. So the point is there's no other use for that other than them to pipe that information back for free because they own the fucking modem and they probably already have the data plan on their damn car.
Yeah, they're selling it all under like convenience, but what people don't.
Yeah,
I guess people that buy it don't think that logically into it and say, I already have a phone that I could just share the Wi-Fi or the signal on.
But even if your car is outfitted with it, is my point.
Oh yeah, so
like,
it's not active. It's
like,
not active for you, but they can still. Yeah.
Exactly, dude. But they can sure as fuck utilize it. So it's just wild. So multiple owners of high performance GM vehicles claimed, oh, that's an oxymoron, but anyway, multiple owners of high performance GM vehicles. Sorry, I just thought that would be funny.
That's a dad joke. I've never heard one.
I know. They claimed that they were targeted by insurance companies for rate hikes after taking their cars to the track while the service was active, which makes sense. Because, I mean, like...
You have to put it in track mode.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, dude, I know a dude that's got like a new Stingray or whatever, and he wants to take it to the track. Well, hey, guess what? You drive that motherfucker at like, 150. It doesn't know where you
Their
are. It just knows,
geo-tracking does not correlate your location to a track, a public, public track.
Yeah. So, I don't know. This is just some fascinating shit to me because I had never put together the fact that it's like, oh yeah, it's really cool that they have like crash response and all this stuff, and like they've got a GPS, and obviously if they have a GPS, then they can figure out how fast you're going in between spots.
Yeah,
so
it's got to be watching all the time though.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like you dig yourself into a rabbit hole because the more you think about it, the more shit you're just digging up. I guess it's just like any conspiracy. I found myself doing that this last week because, like I said at the beginning, I'm learning Linux. So the more I learn about Linux, the more that I'm like, hold up, what? More things, more questions keep popping up, and there are answers out there, but it's all, again, conspiracy and a different flavor of conspiracy. So
totally. But I mean, like with this stuff, I don't know if you can even call it conspiracy. I mean, this is just like, this is fact, man. I mean, it's like this shit is in your cars, and we all know that, like, if we're receiving a free service, then we are the fucking payment kind of thing, or our data is. And so it's oh man, this stuff is just wild.
At this point, my mindset is that if it's possible, just treat it as if it's, a thing that's happening.
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, am I going to fucking like house my house in a Faraday cage? No. No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna do that because we can't afford it yet. But anyway, no, just kidding.
Where's the tunnel lady? We need to talk to her. What the fuck's going on there?
But anyway, so I was like, oh, so they're throwing shade hardcore at like GM, but then they go on to say, let's see, let's Acura, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Mitsubishi all offer an option. Yeah, basically, if you own a car, it's in there. Like they say they named Subaru earlier. They have optional driver score features that include data collection and transmission to insurance databases, the New York Times reports, but all require the customer to opt in. We know how that works. They give a period of time for you to opt in, and then guess what? You're just fucking opted in. Yeah, like this just did. Oh, you thought you had a choice? Get fucked. So
the illusion
driving
of
19.
Freedom.
If you want freedom, drive a 1970s Vespa.
Yeah, something that doesn't have an ECU in it. Just fucking,
It's a fucking 2-stroke engine that like
you have to prime the engine. You're good. You're good.
Still one in El Camino. Like so.
Oh, dude, those are sweet. Those are sweet. But anyway, so that's
like
my
the mullet of cars.
Listen.
If you don't think I'll ride in the back of her El Camino, you're fucking wrong.
I found a teal El Camino when I was looking for my first car. My parents were like, "This is the budget. It's super low," and that was in it. And I was like, "Please."
Did it
my dad was like, "You will haul too many people around in that," and I was like, "I won't.
I will put a hot tub in the back of it. Don't play with me. There will be a hot tub back there, a grill."
Wait, isn't your car truck just a cock?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
My parents are very rule followers, and I fell into the restricted driver's license by 14 days.
What?
Yeah. So like those.
Wait, how did you have it and I didn't?
You did. You just didn't know because your parents didn't fucking care.
Oh no! I
Like,
did. No, you're right.
Like you couldn't have so many passengers.
No, you're totally right.
And I was like, I'm not gonna break that. Like I know how my luck goes. And my dad's like, you'll haul a truckload. I was like, I won't. Yeah. And he was like, we're not getting. It was the coolest car. I wish I had it.
Dude, no, I know.
My whole life would have been different if my first car had been an El Camino.
Damn, you would have.
I mean, God, I would have been a lesbian at 16.
Yeah.
Like if I was, if I had no.
I mean, I was going there.
I was trying to save you guys. That's what you'd upset.
But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well.
Well, I just told my coworkers today.
Earlier.
I was like, it's gonna be 79 degrees tomorrow, and it's Hoochie Daddy short season, and that when men wear Hoochie Daddy shorts, it makes me forget that I hate men.
Oh my God, dude. All right, well, on that note, I've thrown enough shade on the automobile industry.
For the moment,
of course. There's always more shade to throw. So I'm gonna look down and I'm gonna say thank you guys for joining us for episode 293 of the Tether Radio podcast. We're right around, I don't know, a little over an hour and a half. If you want to hang out for a little bit longer and stick around and chat and all that jazz, we will normally take about a 5-minute pee break and come back and finish up with Untethered. I don't even know what
you're putting me. You're putting me in so many time restrictions.
What?
I have to redo a broadcast. So give us 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
If
10 minutes.
Do a broadcast.
Don't you just have to click start another one? I'm just kidding. Wait, isn't that the verbiage that Google uses? Give me another one.
Untethered 112.
112.
13. I said 113. 112 was the last one we did.
Yep, that's what I heard.
Love that for us.
Yep. Okay, cool.
All right.
Because I've told so many people that 112 was the one with the scam. I'm like, you guys, I'm like in the habit of saying Untethered 112.
Well, if you want to hang out for a little bit and check out live Untethered number 113,
yes,
then 2 words. Dare you?
Prove it.
2 more words. Prove it.
Yep.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining us for episode 293 of the Tether Radio podcast. If you want to check out any of our socials and all that jazz, you should go to tetherradio.substack.com and sign up for the newsletter, because that is where all of our handles are held.
Hold my handles.
I know, seriously. What else do you do with those things? But anyway, so if you go to that URL, you can sign up for the newsletter. It will come to you every Monday with the full episode, or at least it'll be around the same time as the full episode posting. And not only that, it's just a really fun piece of literature to start your week out with. So it's got critters, and it's got all of the URLs for the articles that we cover in the full episode. So check that out, tetherradio.substack.com. We also have our merch store, tinyurl.com/tethermerch. We've got hoodies, we've got
Hat mug shirt,
and
sticker. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what did I said? Hat mug cup last time.
We don't have a cup.
We don't have a
Just
cup
a mug.
yet. We don't have a cup.
We could.
But yeah, but we're only gonna have like a cup in the sense of like a jock strap cup.
Oh,
Like it's going to be a total branded like protect your genitalia.
You can
cup.
put
it's just Larry's face.
each one of our faces.
It's Larry's foot.
Just
It's Larry's meat. It's the meat foot, dude. But anyway, so check that out. tinyurl.com/tinyurl.com/tetherverse. My God, take me away. Anywho, thank you guys so much for hanging out for about an hour and a half. Episode 293 of the Tether Radio podcast. I'm Daniel.
I'm Allie.
And I think I'm Larry. I don't know at this point.
Yeah, man. And we all appreciate you just hanging out with us because, my God, it's a good
No one
time
else
whether or
will.
not no one else will. And honestly, we've been kicked out by all of our therapists. So at this point, you are our therapist. So anywho, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Be sure to check out the Untethered on Wednesday if you don't listen in live. So with that, I guess I bid you adieu and thanks for hanging out. Take it easy, friendos.
Bye.
Bye. Please clap.
Dude, last week